Hey, Cancer. I'm here to do your reading. Hope you have all been well. We are pulling an overall energy from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Growth at the bottom. These are so glossy they don't want to focus. Oops. Oh. Okay. Release. Waning Crescent 4. A 27 card. Just like flipped right over it. You please focus. These are such pretty cards. They don't want to focus. Butterflies are coming out of her chest area with a beam of light. Space and moon. Underneath is boundaries. So annoyed by that. There we go. Something. Release and boundaries. That's super interesting. One is very... Waning Crescent... Waning Gibbous 3. It's a 12 card. The one seems like surrender, and the other seems like feeling... I mean, maybe those are one and the same to a degree. That once you release some maybe emotions or surrendered control in some kinds of ways, that you feel more content within your boundaries. So I'm just deciding which oracle. Not which oracle. Which tarot. These feel like contradictory energies, but I'm sure that they make sense. That maybe there's pent-up emotion, and allowing that to come out of you will make you feel more contented in your own space. Could be, because that second character looks very at peace in her little bubble. Not that you have to be bubbled per se, just there. It feels just as if it's a very conscious separation of other people's stuff and then your stuff. Which is like that candle gazing trick. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. The gist is that you gaze at a candle and you feel your body and you sense the candle. And there's a very, you are conscious of the fact that there is space between you and the candle. You could probably do this with anything, but I think the candle is just something that is, active, but contained in an alive... Yeah. So you can use that when it comes to attachment styles with other individuals, because there's something about the flame that feels like it's alive, but it's in your space and it's separate from you. So it's something you can practice before you're actually with people, so that you don't take on other people's energetic stuff. It's a practice. You one crosses headspace. Root of the matter, your recent past, in your future. How you see yourself, how others see you, hopes and fears, and outcome. I was pausing because I was thinking about, like, about that practice and how water signs in particular have a way of feeling a lot and maybe at first not really being fully aware of, like, what all that stuff is coming from. This is at the bottom before. I thought I shuffled a good amount. 5 of Swords. I would say that's a pretty good thing to surrender. But it's within the eye, and there's swords. Well, yes, swords, they're mental. I would say that the 5 of Swords can be conflict with others, but like the 7 and 8 of Swords, it seems more self-inflicted because it's a mental energy. There are certain other Swords cards that give more of an indication of being related to others. So much talking. You. Okay! 10 Swords. 10 of Swords. Not super excited. This is not the girl in the bubble with the boundaries. Yikes. Well, yeah, I would release that. Okay. Who crosses you? The High Priestess. Who crosses you is how do I want to word this? This is not meant to be critical. It's just that with some space and time and going within, maybe even doing something like that candle gazing, I think you would see that the majority of these swords aren't yours. And not necessarily that they are other people's either, but maybe there's like microaggressions and silly little shit that is you're letting in to some degree that maybe you don't need to. 10 is a lot to be letting in accidentally, though. It's not that none of it's true. I mean, I'm not that none of it was really real, but ooh. Okay, let's see here. Headspace. 7 swords. 7 swords. Headspace is a feeling of being deceived. Two fox on there. Somebody's got the swords behind their back and their fingers are crossed. Super deceptive. I mean, headspace and their swords. I really, really feel that not like nobody's done anything, but that this is like a hyper vigilance. Like you're almost searching for it. Oh, that gives those other cards a new meaning. We'll see what the rest of this says. But, footnote, is perhaps that your level of boundaries might be causing you more issues. I don't know. Maybe there's a level of defense. I mean, maybe there's a defensiveness. I don't know. Sometimes we get defensive when we think people are thinking poorly of us also. And maybe that's not true. Maybe you don't really know how people see you. But we're going to see. It's a self-critical thing. Root of the matter. Prince of Wands. Princes will be the knights. You're meant to be having a little more fun. Be a little more free-willing. Recent past. Queen of Wands. Or maybe you were. Queen of Wands. Let's just see. Magnetic. It's another one of those potential energies. But I said in the last reading that I considered the King of Wands potential energy. And the Queen is too. But she's not going to be the one necessarily taking the action. Though she could. She's going to draw things in. So maybe in the recent past you drew things in. Your future. Wheel of Fortune. Very pretty card. It almost looks like an eagle, but it also kind of looks like a hawk. It's a little hard to tell. And then the serpent on the bottom. Needing to open your aperture. See a bigger picture. Yes. This overall energy is too focused in on potential microaggressions and such. And underneath that is Temperance. Hold on, what do you have? Oh. Just was making a weird sound. How you see yourself. 2 swords. Blocking that shit out. See yourself as a touch. Okay, maybe you don't see yourself as defensive. Maybe you just see yourself as having boundaries. Which is fine. Girl. How others see you. The Hanged Man. Which I was already alluding to. How do I say? I want to say that other people may feel as though you're seeing things differently than like they and you are on different pages when it comes to very similar things. I don't think that's too controversial. Hopes and fears. Haha. That is a very interesting depiction. There's a lot of fire here. So hopes and fears is the Ace of Wands. A new beginning. Set something ablaze. To set something ablaze. Want to surrender to your own fire? The root of the matter is the Prince of Wands. Intriguing. Outcome. Thinking of a blaze. The sun. It's a lot of like third eye imagery in here. Hi, baby. Outcome is a total spring. A total rebirth. But I did not recognize with all the hands on that sun. Just like, what on earth? That is interesting, right? sun. It's being completely illuminated. I want to say, I could be wrong. I want to say you're gonna straight up phoenix it out of this energy. You're gonna release these burdens because maybe it's, that was a weird little face. Maybe it's the sun itself. Something's gonna make you release this perception that you have on how other people, what you think other people are doing. And maybe some people are. They think that you're going to shift into a perspective of either not caring or recognizing the weight. Baby, we already ate. We already ate a lot today, actually. Guess it's time for some treats. Yeah, leave it, please. She brings me her bowl. But her water bowl's full, so she can't bring me her water bowl. She's bringing me her food bowl, and she ate like an hour and a half ago. This isn't some plastic bowl, people. This is a glass bowl that she brings me. Just a minute, my love. Sorry, people. I think part of you is gonna see that maybe you were a teensy bit hypervigilant also, which could be a result of some actual fuckery. So, but something's gonna shift in you. I can tell something's gonna shift in you, and it might just be the divine, honestly, just deciding that you have more important things to think about, and that is rad. I love that. It's not an avoidance of issues per se, but like maybe it's a shift of like, is this thing or are these things actually affecting me, or is it just living in my head rent free? And if that's the case, nah, we're done with that. We're done with that phase. We're done with that. And I couldn't be happier if that's the case. Hell yeah. We're all striving for some amount of that. Certainly, that would be things that weren't necessarily, like, affecting you, right? There are very much things that do need your boundaries and that do need your energy to move forward on them. That's not what we're talking about here, though. We're talking about stuff that is not of service, and you've learned the lessons. This is sweet. Anyway, Cancer, I love you. I hope this helped, and see you again soon. Bye.